Google Ads and call tracking. How does it work? Today, I'm going to go over a specific example of how Google tracks somebody who calls you from your website. There are two other ways that Google can track calls. One is with the Google forwarding number that is used in call-only ads and in call extensions, as well as you being able to track clicks to the phone number on your mobile website. But there is this other way that people can call you that Google can track that is often pretty confusing. That scenario is this. Somebody is on their desktop computer, they're on their laptop, they're on their desktop, okay? They are not on their phone. They are searching for a service and they see your ad. They click your ad, they're still on their desktop device, and they go to your website. When they're on your website, they are looking at the phone number on your website and they're going to give you a call. They are then going to pull out their phone, a separate device, and they're going to call the phone number that they see on your website, and they're going to call you. That can be tracked by Google. Now, how does it work? So it uses a Google forwarding number, and I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the tracking for this because it's a little bit more complicated to do than setting up the tracking for just clicks on your phone number or calls directly from ads, which actually requires no setup because it's done automatically in Google Ads. So we're going to go ahead and set up the tracking for this, but I just wanted to show you an example of what we're actually looking to track. So this is a website and we have our phone number here. It's just blurred out. And I want to be able to track if somebody comes to our website from an ad on their desktop device, sees the phone number on our website, and then types that phone number into their phone and calls us. We want to be able to track that. And how Google's going to do that is using a Google forwarding number, where what happens is the phone number on your website gets automatically swapped out dynamically and replaced with the Google forwarding number. Somebody calls that Google forwarding number, and then that call goes to you. So there's a few important things to keep in mind before we get this set up, is that people from ads on your desktop website, if you have this set up, are not going to see your actual phone number. They're going to see the Google forwarding number. And a case that we've seen a few times with different clients is that people call this Google forwarding number thinking that it's the business's number, and they save that number in their phone, and they go back to call that number the next day and they can't reach the business, and they're like, what the heck? What happened? Well, what's happened is that Google forwarding number is not permanent. Google actually doesn't tell you what your forwarding number is going to be because they're constantly changing dynamically, and it can be assigned to another business the next day or even a few hours after it was assigned to your business. So keep that in mind when you are getting this set up. Now, the benefits of being able to track this do outweigh the drawbacks of people, maybe messing up your phone number in the future. But if they want to call you back and they call the wrong number, they'll figure it out. They'll figure out how to call you back. Another thing you can do is always just make sure that you are telling people what number they can call you back at when they do call you. So let's go ahead and get this tracking set up. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into our Google Ads account, and we are going to create a new conversion. Once this loads, we want to track phone calls. So we're going to click phone calls, and then here we want to track calls to a phone number on our website. So we're going to select this one in the middle here and click continue. First thing that we're going to do is name our conversion and name it properly so that you don't get confused in the future. So I'm going to name this calls from desktop website, and I'm going to add 45-second plus duration, which I will explain in a second. So calls from desktop website, 45-second plus duration. We want to count one of these. You can play around with these settings. I'm not going to cover that in this video, but we want to just count one of them. And here is the important part of this setting in Google Ads. You need to put the phone number in here that you want calls to go to. And then what you need to do is in this box, type the phone number exactly how it appears on your website, the exact same formatting that it appears on your website. So in here, I've just blurred it out, but I have put my phone number that I want calls to go to. And then display number, I have copied the phone number from my website and pasted it in here with the exact same formatting that's displayed on my website. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this call length to 45 seconds because we want Google to count this as a conversion if the call lasts for 45 seconds or longer. Not going to touch any of these two settings. These are covered in separate videos. I'm going to create and continue. And then what we're going to do is we're going to install this using Google Tag Manager. So we have other videos about this showing how to set up Google Tag Manager on your website. So if you don't have that set up or you don't know what that is, you do need to install Google Tag Manager on your website. But what we're going to do now is we have this information that we need, and we're going to open up our Google Tag Manager account. And now we're going to set up this conversion with Google Tag Manager. So I'm inside my Google Tag Manager account here, and what we're going to do is go under tags, and we're going to make a new tag. This is going to open up. We're going to name this the same thing that we named it in Google Ads. So calls from desktop website, in brackets, 45 second plus duration, and tag configuration. So we're going to click this. And here, this is a Google Ads tag. So we're going to click this. And then we're going to use this one, Google Ads calls from website conversion. We're going to click this. In here, it wants us, again, to put in the phone number from our website exactly how it's displayed on the website. So in here, if my phone number, had brackets like this, and then it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I would put it like this. And this is how it's displayed on the website. If it's displayed on your website with no brackets and no dashes, you want to do it like that. If it has the dashes in it like that, you want to put it exactly how it displays on the website. If you don't do it like this, it's going to mess up the tag and it's not going to work properly. So anyways, let's say that this is my phone number and I've put it in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our Google Ads. We're going to copy the conversion ID here, and we're going to go put the conversion ID into Google Tag Manager. We're going to go back to Google Ads. We're going to grab our conversion label. We're going to copy it, and we're going to paste it in here. Next, what we're going to do is our trigger. So when does this actually trigger this tag to fire? Well, I've seen videos on YouTube of people talking about how to trigger this, and they have it wrong. You want this to trigger on all pages where your phone number is displayed. In my case, my phone number is displayed on every page of my website, and it's in the footer. So I need this to fire and swap the phone number on all pages. That doesn't mean that a conversion is going to be counted every time that this phone number is swapped dynamically. The conversion is only going to be counted when the call is over 45 seconds in duration, like we set in Google Ads. But we want this phone number to swap dynamically on every page of our website. So I've seen videos saying where you need to trigger it when the click URL contains tell. No, that's not correct. You want this to trigger on a page view, which is all pages, or you can just select this one being all pages. So we have now set this up. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then we're going to test it out and make sure that it works properly. So here's my tag. It's all set up. And what we're going to go ahead and do is click preview, and make sure that the tag is installed properly. And then we're going to use a different feature to make sure that the dynamic number insertion works properly as well. So going to go ahead here and click preview. It's going to ask you to put in your website. So you need to do that. And then as soon as you've done that and it opens up your website, all of your tags should fire, and you should see manual calls from desktop, whatever you've named this. You should see this fire immediately because the tag is set to fire on all pages. Okay, so the tag is firing correctly now. We can confirm that. And now what we're going to do is test if the number is actually swapping dynamically like it should. So if your tag doesn't fire, that means one of three things. One, Google Tag Manager is not installed properly on your website. Or two, you have put in your conversion ID incorrectly, or you've put in the conversion label incorrectly. So you want to check one of those three things. Again, this video doesn't cover how to install Google Tag Manager. We do have other videos about that. So anyways, you should see this here, that your tag has fired. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our website, wherever we have installed this tag, where we want the phone number to display. So you can see here, I have my website open. And what you need to do is you need to paste this string inside of your URL which is pound or hashtag Google-WCC-debug. It's Google website call conversion debug. And what you're going to do is hit enter and your page is going to reload with a pop-up. Put that in your URL and you've refreshed it, you will see this pop-up now. Google Ads website call conversions attempting to auto replace. And what we want to do is click force. And if this is all set up correctly, what's going to happen is our phone number here that's blurred out, it's going to change to only showing nines. Okay, our phone number is going to be 999-999-9999. So we're going to click force. And what can happen is I can see it here. Our phone number changed to 999. It says it's updated the elements with 999999999. So if this is all done correctly, this is what you want to see, a bunch of nines when you click force. Now, if it doesn't replace your phone number with these nines, what has happened is that you have not entered your phone number into Google Ads or Google Tag Manager exactly how it displays on the website. So that's why I put so much emphasis on that, because Google is looking at what you've told it to replace on the website. So if you missed a bracket or you missed a space in your phone number, it's formatted differently, it's not going to be able to swap it properly. So if it's not replacing here, you need to go back to Google Ads and Google Tag Manager under the section where it says insert number as it is on the website. You need to make sure that it's actually how it appears on the website. So now that we've done this, this is all active and live. It's what I went over here, right? So now people can be on their computer, I'm going to search best moving company near me on my computer. I'm going to open their website. I'm going to see a phone number, which is the Google forwarding number. I'm going to pull out my phone. I'm going to call that Google forwarding number. I'm going to call it. Now what Google Ads is able to do is it is tracking, one, the phone number that a person is calling from, so you can see what phone number called you, and you'll be able to see the call duration as well, and then you'll be able to attribute it to your different campaigns and your different keywords. So that is how you set that tracking up. And if we're using CallRail or something, this isn't going to apply. CallRail is going to do the same thing. It's going to dynamically swap the phone number on your website. But this is one of the more technical call tracking things to set up with Google Ads. Are interested about running Google Ads for your own business? We do have a full training, a full school community, how to run proper Google Ads, how to set up all the tracking, okay? How to set up Google Tag Manager from the beginning, how to set up all this call tracking, again, even more in depth, how to set up tracking for lead form submissions, and then how to structure and build out your first campaigns, how to monitor your campaigns moving forward, how to optimize them. And this is geared to people who want to learn how to run their own Google Ads. So we have about 400 people in the community already. There's going to be a link in the description of this video to join that. It is currently free right now. So if you want to join that and learn how to run Google Ads yourself from the very beginning, be sure to check that out. But if you have any questions about how this works, drop a comment here. I'll try to answer. If I don't respond here, join the group and I'll probably respond there. Have a good day.